to session 3 of our Connect group journey through the book of Nehemiah. Tonight we'll be looking at chapters 3 and 4. And as you dive into chapter 3 and 4, what we're going to find is great faith produces valiant work. Great faith produces valiant work. And as you jump into chapter 3, the first thing you're going to notice is a lot of names, most of them very difficult to pronounce. And as you work through those names, you'll see that so-and-so was working on this section of the wall next to so-and-so. And so-and-so was working on this section of the wall next to so-and-so, and so on. And the idea, in fact, next to shows up 15 times in chapter 3. And so the picture we get is God's people coming together in order to, with unity of purpose, engage in completing the work that God has laid out before them. And in fact, everyone from every stratosphere, no matter how high or how low within the group, is engaged. You'll notice in verse 1, even the high priest rolls up his sleeves in order to do the difficult work of rebuilding the wall. And as we come to chapter 4, we find the enemies of God's people are sort of raising up in anger and trying to oppose the work. And we even read about how they produce a plan by which they intend to both kill and destroy God's people and stop them in the midst of the work. So we can see sort of the playbook of the enemy, so to speak, in that he intends to destroy God's people and he intends to stop them, make them unfruitful, make them unproductive in doing God's work. And we can also see then the ways in which Nehemiah strengthens the people against the attacks of the enemy. I think it's in verse 12 where he tells them to not fear. And again, and then verse 20, he reassures them that God fights for us. So as you break up into your group and start thinking about the questions, we want to think about the message of Nehemiah. Great faith produces valiant work within the context of our own church. How is it that we come together with unity of purpose in order to accomplish the work that God has laid out before us? And how do we strengthen and encourage one another when the enemy inevitably raises up and tries to oppose us?